We over here chatting instead of going live. Turn your volume off. My volume is off. Haha. Ha 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 ha. My bun is extra tonight. We just drank some of the worst wine I've ever tasted in my entire life. That's what happens when you judge a book by its cover sometimes. The bottle was so pretty, it looked so cool. It was blackberry. It was bad. It was like pure sugar with medicine on the back end. It was awful. It was bad. It was a waste of $13. And I can't even drink it. It's not like that spicy habanero wine where I could kind of like suffer through it. No, I can't. It was bad. I made James dump out a cup of wine, and I don't think I've ever just dumped out a cup of wine before.
We sat here and both of us almost threw up before we started. That was bad. That
Not
was
good.
Really bad.
This is mid. Not sponsored, unless they want to.
This shit's great.
That stuff's fantastic. They will not sponsor.
I didn't take fucking any notes, dude. I have 17 notes.
What are you going to talk about?
Mostly how I was right.
Yeah, that's annoying. I hate when you do that.
It's happened like twice, ever.
It happens a lot.
It's happened like twice. Once
You
when
figured
I guess
out
who
who
Gossip
got...
Girl is, and those are the only two times I have.
No, there's been
predicted.
several movies where you've looked.
Like
I can't think off the top of my head because it happens so much. Where you're just like, oh, I bet blah 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 blah, and I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, okay. When we go watch plays, you can be like, I bet you I know what's gonna happen.
That's not how that works. I buy into the story too much. That's my issue. I get wrapped up in it. I don't try to predict. Every once in a while, though I'll say something. I'm like, oh, I bet this is this, and then it happens. But
started a sleep timer for that kid.
Did he finally go to sleep?
Yeah.
He was flashing glowing eyes for a while, so. We had a rough week.
It's been I'm very tired.
We're better now. I think we talked about it though, because I think we streamed kindergarten on Thursday, so I'm not gonna rehash it. But it's all over, like officially. Like we're back to normal. So I'd like to stream kindergarten again tomorrow night, but that just depends. No, we should be able to. You picked a bad time to do that.
Twitter was always bad.
It's worse.
It's a million times worse.
The AI overlords.
The algorithms have gotten increasingly more echo chambery. So like if you interact with or let a post linger on your feed for too long, that's all it's going to show you on your For You page.
Mecha Hitler operates out of Twitter.
They supposedly fixed that. I don't believe them, but they supposedly fixed that.
They definitely did not, according to the experts I follow.
I mean, I guess I could go ask Grok what Grok thinks of Jews.
I know.
Question, computer. How do you, without a brain, feel about the Jews? Is it mean in a Cartman type of way, or is it mean in a Auschwitz type of way?
Speaking of Cartman, do we have time? We don't have time. We got to go. I was gonna be like, did anyone watch the South Park episode? But we don't got time. We gotta go.
All right, let's go.
Ready? 3, 2. I don't know how we're gonna make 2 episodes out of this. 1.
It was a hell of a countdown.
Yeah.
The audience doesn't get to hear the countdowns.
Yeah, they're normally pretty boring.
Yeah, this one was particularly like real big and bold. And then you threw in like the extra jab there at the end and our own ability to produce content. Love that.
Yeah.
It was terrific. Welcome to the fucking show.
Yeah. That's James. America. This is CityWavesCinema. We watched Anger Management.
Oldie. And is it a goodie? Probably not. But, you know.
Oh, is it considered an oldie? It's 2003.
That's over 20 years old. That is, as of this recording, that is 22 years old. That movie can buy beers in public in the United States of America. You all right? You gonna bite through that finger?
I could.
Don't. I don't want to stop recording to go to the hospital.
If my brain would let me. It's basically the density of a carrot.
All right. Well, let's okay. Here's okay. There's some historical context to this episode that's important. America
Has trauma. But what else is new?
I'm gonna get to say my jokes also.
No.
But okay. All right.
No, go.
You run
Please.
the show.
No, you can. I can't run the show. I already watched this movie.
I'm just gonna let
kind of like ruins the whole format.
I don't need to fucking be here if you're gonna not let me do my jokes also. All right. Okay. America hates this fucking movie. America was quote unquote forced to watch this movie in the same way she was quote unquote forced to watch Coco. And America really, really hates Jack Nicholson's character.
Burn in hell.
Now, this is, of course, the entry level opinion on the movie.
Burn in hell.
Entry level opinion. You're not incorrect. All's fine. You can think that. That's grand. Whatever. There is, of course, more to the movie than that, and you're directing your ire in the wrong place. But that's it's up to you to decide how you want to interpret the art. Now, Anger Management is a brief synopsis. It's about this guy named Dave who, through a series of what seem like unfortunate happenstances, is deemed ill-equipped to exist in the public sphere, and so he must take anger management classes in order to avoid jail time. All right. His anger management counselor is Jack Nicholson, and they get up to a bunch of fucking wacky hijinks. And then,
now, to be fair, Jack Nicholson just plays the character of Dr. Buddy Rydell. It's not actually like Jack Nicholson. Just saying. It was a little misleading the way you said it. So.
Okay. So that's just sort of the general synopsis of the movie. Now, America's loathing is directed at Dr. Buddy Rydell,
yes,
for his behavior.
Yes.
During the movie.
He's a bad man.
It is not incorrect. However, it is misguided. Misguided rage. Throughout the episodes, I will get into why her loathing and hatred are misguided, although not unwarranted. Totally valid. Warranted hatred. Just directed at the wrong person. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this movie. Now, this is a early aughts comedy written by David Dorfman. Don't know who that is. Directed by Peter Segal. Don't know who that is. And the cast list is unbelievable. You've got Sandler playing Mr. Dave. You've got Jack Nicholson playing Buddy Rydell. Marissa Tomei as Linda, Dave's girlfriend. Luis Guzman is in the movie. Woody Harrelson is in the movie. John Turturro is in the movie, which America did not know, but that's okay. Uh, a fun thing for me to do, by the way, is when we watch movies that have actors that America really likes, but she doesn't know that they are those actors, is to point that out. America did not know that what's his fucking name?
Woody Harrelson?
No.
No.
John Turturro's character was
Oh!
played by John Turturro. Because now, if you recall, if you're a fan of the show, we covered Severance, the first 2 seasons. And John Turturro plays a core cast member in Severance, and he's phenomenal. Love that. He's a terrific actor. And so we get into this movie, and I pointed out that it was John Turturro, and she went, "Who is that?" And I had to connect it to Severance for her, and she went, "No fucking way." And then she looked, and I was right. And it always brings me just this modicum of joy to point out when actors that she really likes happen to be in other projects, whether she likes them or not. And I don't know, it always just makes me laugh. It's fun.
I've been going down I wish I was watching Severance train this week because we watched Anger Management, which is bad.
Sure.
And then I've been watching Parks and Rec, which is mid. So I just want to watch actors from those two things do Severance shit instead. I want to watch them get tortured by Mr. Milchek instead of whatever the fuck I'm watching.
You just keep picking TV shows to watch that you hate the format of.
Okay, but they're like classically renowned shows, so I'm trying to give them a chance.
Right, but you hate the format, so you're going to be predisposed to dislike them. You hate the sort of biography slash documentary.
The mockumentary style?
Yeah, you hate the mockumentary style.
But I like Modern Family.
Sure, but Modern Family is a sitcom first, mockumentary second. These other shows like The Office and Parks and Rec are mockumentary first.
Arrested Development.
Mockumentary first. They are not sitcom first. And you are a fan of garbage TV and sitcoms, and that's the only TV you like is and cartoons.
I like drama
TV and sitcoms.
I like drama.
That counts as garbage TV.
Okay. Is Brooklyn Nine-Nine another mockumentary before
No.
Okay.
It's God. It's a full sitcom.
Thank fucking God. Because that's
no
next.
Fourth wall. And frankly, it's written so well, I think you're really going to like it.
Okay, good. That's next. Because I'm really tired. I think pretty much consistently I've just been on mid-show after mid-show after mid-show recently, and I really need something. I need something.
We'll throw you Brooklyn Nine-Nine and then get you on House. It'll be great.
Watch House.
It's so good. Now, let's get back to anger management. So, we open on a block party in Brooklyn in the 70s. And during which we see a young Dave Busnick about to experience his first kiss. And I'll tell you this, the whole situation seems so contrived.
You really feel like she's the one that's like pranking him.
Yes, it is written in such a way that you feel like this girl comes up to him and she wants him to kiss her,
like desperately,
like really gunning for it. And you're supposed to sort of think that like Dave, you haven't seen a lot of him, but you're supposed to think that he's sort of like a loser in some ways.
The everyman. He's the everyman.
Yeah, he is sort of the everyman. And this girl, I mean, they're kids, so it's, she's fine. And then right as he's about to go in to kiss her, the local block party bully, Arnie Shankman, gives him the full pantsing experience. Shorts and underwear all the way down. And this chick laughs at his small penis. So, oh no, trauma. Now we flash forward 25 years. So Dave is, I guess, like in his early 30s, I would say. Maybe it's like mid 30s.
Probably
35.
Late, I would say the early 30s.
Early 30s. And he works as a secretary / assistant for his boss Frank at a pet clothing company.
It's the stupidest
And
job.
his boss is a monstrous asshole who sort of runs over Dave throughout the movie.
Takes credit for his
Yeah.
ideas.
Now, because of Dave's trauma from his young pantsing experience, he doesn't like doing PDA.
Which is fair.
Totally reasonable, you know. Now, his girlfriend, played by Marissa Tomei,
So pretty.
really would like him to get over that. There's also a mild love triangle type thing going on. It's alluded that it's a love triangle, but if you go by the letter of the plot of the movie, there is no love triangle at all.
Linda's very dedicated to Dave.
Yes, Linda's really into Dave. I mean, really into Dave.
More than anyone should be into Adam Sandler, really.
I don't know. He's such a good guy. Now, Linda's best friend is this guy named Andrew. And apparently they used to date like years and years and years ago.
Like in high school.
Yeah. And Andrew.
Or no, was it college? Because they talk about Brown all the time.
Oh, yeah. And Andrew would like to rekindle that spark, but Linda, she's into Dave. And now Andrew also, he works with Dave. And Andrew is respected at this company, and Dave is not. So lots of tension right out the gate. Now Dave has to go on a flight to Milwaukee or some shit for a conference of sorts, and it's a series of unfortunate events that result in bad times. So someone's sitting in his seat. He winds up. Now this was also. Oh, never mind. He like so someone's sitting in his seat. He gets basically told to jog on, and now Dave just sort of lets everybody walk all over. That's a hallmark character trait. Is he just sort of lets people run him over. So he doesn't put up too much of a fight, and someone else in the back of the plane gestures, I've got an open seat right here. You can sit here. And so Dave goes. Now, this will be Jack Nicholson, who is Dr. Buddy Rydell. We don't know that at the time. We just know it's Jack Nicholson, so it's probably an important character. Now, Nicholson, I just would like to preface this whole movie really by pointing out that Jack Nicholson puts on a comedy masterpiece of acting.
It's so good.
He acts so good.
It's so good. It's the reason I hate the fucking movie.
It would, to make this movie feel better for America, they would have needed to cast a lesser man in the role of Buddy Rydell. It would have had to have been like a B tier actor at the time or something of that nature.
I don't even know if it's that really. It's Dr. Buddy Rydell for me falls in the list of the fucking tree from Ori if you're long-term fans of the channel, and Turing also for long-time fans of the channel. Though it's so triggering to me as a character, like I have visceral reactions.
So Buddy Rydell is just being a airplane nuisance, being too loud, he's being obnoxious to Dave sort of specifically. Like you can't everything in the beginning of the movie feels sort of surreal because it feels like it's written so everything feels absurdly contrived. Like everything is out to get Dave right now. So Dave, in an attempt to sort of make Buddy chill out, asks the stewardess if he can get a headset for so he can watch the movie with Buddy, and so Buddy will shut the fuck up, right? And the stewardess goes, "Of course, give me just a moment." And she goes back to the middle of the plane, and very out in the open near the stewardess station is just sort of chopping it up with her coworker.
I do love. There's one portion of the scene while she's doing that, and like, Dave's trying to get his headset. where Buddy's sitting there going, "You're missing important plot points to the movie," and I'm like,
yeah, he's he's being such an ass on purpose.
yeah, but when you don't know it's on purpose, you just get angry.
If you don't know it's on purpose, even from the get-go, you're doing a bad job as an audience member.
I was young.
Yeah, and when we watched it the other day, how old were you?
31.
That's correct. You're not stupid anymore.
No, and that's why you were like, so how, I think we paused it at one point and you're like, so how are you enjoying the movie? And I was like, it's different now because I know the ending.
Sure.
And because I know the ending, it's not as triggering. But when I was in the thrust of hormones as a teenager,
I couldn't really comprehend what was going on.
and I just got so wrapped up in the fucking plot, I wanted to murder Buddy and my mother and the TV that the movie was playing on all at once.
Oh boy. All right. Well, okay. So the flight attendant just keeps pushing him off, and eventually she like goes to walk past him and he like catches her arm.
Like gently.
It is gentle. He's a mild mannered guy.
He just touches her.
It's a soft catch, and it's not like he grabs her or anything. He's just like, "Excuse me, I really would like that headset," and she blows it up like he's just assaulted her or something. And then
do not raise your voice at me, sir.
And they get into an argument. A sky marshal shows up. Dave loses his temper. The sky marshal tases him. The flight turns around, goes back to New York. He is arrested upon landing for assaulting the flight attendant and is sentenced to anger management.
20 hours.
20 hours. Easy peasy.
Not that bad.
So Dave takes his paperwork and goes to see Buddy Rydell, who is the anger management guy.
He doesn't know that until he sees him, that it's the guy from the plane.
Right. It is the guy from the plane. So he wants Rydell to just sign off on the paperwork so that he can carry on and get this all behind him. And Rydell makes him a deal. He says, "Listen, you sit in on a session, and
so I can say that I assessed you.
Yeah, so I can say I assessed you, and then sign the paperwork, and it'll be great, right?" So Dave goes to a group therapy session, and once again, just everything that could possibly go on in what is effectively Alcoholics Anonymous, but for people with rage issues, goes on.
You should go there, James.
I'm liable to hurt somebody if I go to anger management.
You're Chuck.
Yeah. I'm far less racist Chuck.
You're the guy that needs to go lay on the mat.
You go lay down. Take a breather. So there's a whole host of characters in here. There's lesbian porn stars. There's John Turturro, who plays this guy named Chuck, who's like a former veteran who's just mad at literally everything, and also uncomfortably horny. There's Luis Guzman, who is some sort of something, and he's mad. I could not contrive enough English words to accurately describe that character.
Is that the flamboyant one?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. There's an adjective.
It's just one, and I like to be flamboyant with my words. So Dave gets cranky because he doesn't understand a question that Buddy asks him.
It's because Buddy asks a stupid question. Buddy makes him angry.
Yes.
He asks, "Who are you?" And so he tries to tell him, and then he's like, "No, I asked who you are, not what you do." So he tries to answer it a different way. He's like, "Not your hobbies, who are you?" And then he's like, and he's like, "Who are you?" And this movie makes me need to go to anger management.
It's on purpose. He does it on purpose.
I know.
Okay. So he pops off. Buddy, at the end of the session, does not sign the paperwork, and he tells Dave that he thinks he needs to do all of the
20
hours,
hours.
all 20 hours, and he pairs him up with Chuck to be his sort of anger accountability buddy, right?
Their
So
support system.
yeah, this support system. So uh Dave goes home and he's telling Linda about it all and sort of being the soft boy he is. And it's later in the evening, and Chuck rings his buzzer. Uh, and Chuck's just like losing it. He's in a tizzy. He's mad. He uh needs to cool off. Needs his anger management buddy to come help him out. Right.
Otherwise, he's gonna like murder somebody.
So Dave reluctantly goes ahead and goes out with him, and they go to this bar, and Chuck starts a fight uh for no reason with someone who could beat the fuck out of Chuck. And in the kerfuffle, uh Dave gets assaulted by a blind man with a cane. He tries to remove the cane from the blind man because he's beating him with it. And in the process of it, he gets the cane, and as he gets it and jerks it away, his elbow cracks the waitress in the nose and breaks her nose. So he gets arrested again. Now the judge gives him an extra, another 30.
No, he has to go to like the intensive 30-day like program with Buddy, or
Yeah.
he's going to prison.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Now there's this there's a bit that I thought was really funny in this movie.
Is it with the blind guy?
No, where
Because that is funny.
Dave's lawyer is played by Kevin Nealon, veteran comedy actor, very very funny guy. Doesn't have a lot of lines in this movie, but he's there and he does a job well. What the first real like story hang up for me was Dave loses that first case with the flight attendant at his lawyer's confidence that they will win it, loses it. He then shows up to his next court case of an exact similar situation with the same lawyer, which is like, if you included one throwaway line about where Sandler just says something like, I wish I knew more lawyers, like that would have salvaged it. But it made me like giggle a little to myself that he lost his court case so bad and he had to go to anger management, and then he shows up for another anger issue court case with the same lawyer who got him scorched in the first place. Just terrible choices. Terrible choices.
I mean, most people only have like one lawyer, and he probably didn't have time to find another one, considering this was like 2 days after the case.
Oh yeah, like there's plenty of reasons why you would still have the same lawyer, but I also would maybe be like, I would like a public defender instead of my friend, because what the fuck? Just me. But that made me chuckle a little bit. Now, Buddy rushes in to stop Dave from being booted off to jail. And the judge hands Dave over basically to this intensive therapy in which Rydell will functionally be Dave's shadow 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's going to follow him around
for 30
days.
Fucking days.
Boy, just wait till the end of episode 2 when I tell you the end of the movie, and you're going to be like, America, grow up. It's okay. It's okay. Soft kitty.
Warm kitty. Little ball of fur. That's for when you're sick. Angry is not sick.
You're sick. Sick in the head. Sick with rage.
Not sick.
You're sick. It's okay.
What's the word they goose fraud?
Goose fraba.
Goose fraba.
Yeah. So
Goose fraba, goose fraba.
So it's just basically Buddy spends all his time with Dave just being a colossal ass. And putting Dave in situations where Dave is more likely to blow up, right? At work, uh, Buddy is dumbfounded to learn that Andrew has a massive schlong.
That's
Uh,
another big thing that I hate about this movie.
This movie's obsessed with the size of penises, which is very early aughts.
It is. I mean,
It's such part of the times. Like, you wouldn't, the amount of dick jokes that there are in this movie would never make it through a script in today's Hollywood.
It's also very like Adam Sandler, like, because like it's like that in 50 First Dates. It's like that in
every movie
Grown
he's
Up.
in
Yeah,
and writes.
It's just very much like that's a staple of his.
Dick jokes, they get laughs. So Buddy really sort of like learns the depths of Andrew's past with Linda. You remember Andrew's his coworker who used to date Linda. And Buddy puts it in Dave's head that Andrew is gonna steal his girl because his dick's so fucking big. And then Buddy sees a picture of Linda and very clearly immediately becomes like smitten with her. Learns some more about her from Dave. In the meantime, Dave contacts his lawyer and is convinced that Buddy is a fucking quack and a lunatic, and they need to figure out a way to get him out of this jam, right? And
like, if he can get evidence that Buddy's insane, then they can probably overturn the whole thing.
Right. So, the lawyer lets him know that Buddy has a series of lawsuits pending, but Buddy seems to be a step ahead of him in terms of collecting the evidence, and just makes it harder and worse.
Do you think Buddy actually has lawsuits pending?
Unclear. There are a few loose things here and there throughout the movie where it's like, is that part of the thing or is that not part of the thing?
I mean, given his line of work, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be shocking. Now
the next morning, like, Dave is running like really late for work because Buddy makes him make him breakfast and then throws the breakfast against the wall and like just does a bunch of crazy shit. So now like Dave's super late to work, and Dave is never late to work. Which leads to the
bridge.
Which leads to the bridge and the commute and the
my god.
This is actually a funny scene in the movie, though.
This scene made me mad.
I feel pretty.
Okay, so
so
on the way
pretty.
to work, Buddy forces Dave to stop the car on the bridge.
I feel because Dave is too agitated.
Yes,
he has to calm down.
Right. So he basically forces Dave to sing a rendition of "I Feel Pretty"
from West Side Story. If you don't know,
in order to calm him down, right? So it takes Dave a few, like, he doesn't want to do it. He's pushing it off. And finally, he sort of gives in, and they do sing the duet, and it's humorous. But the whole time, they've held up traffic on this bridge. Being
the Brooklyn fucking bridge.
The Brooklyn Bridge. And
at rush hour.
At first, someone pulls up alongside them and starts yelling at them, and Jack Nicholson, like, blows up this other driver. Like, enormous pop-off. And I thought maybe he would continue to do that, but that was the only time it happened. So then afterwards, I believe they go to work and have all that shit go on at work. This is sort of puzzle piecing through this fucking plot. And then Buddy makes Dave drive under a bridge. A different bridge.
Because he's convinced that Dave is a homophobe now.
Right, because he didn't want to sing "I Feel Pretty." So he is then forced to interact with a cross-dressing prostitute who is called Galaxia. And this is Woody Harrelson. Now, earlier in the movie, as we sat there, America said, if I could recast this movie, I would recast Buddy Rydell.
Like, in modern times, because I think it's cast fine for the era, but, like, if we were to make it again, I would cast Buddy Rydell with Woody Harrelson.
Right.
And I watched this movie so long ago, I did not know that Woody Harrelson was also in this movie.
I thought she had set me up for a joke because when Galaxia gets in the car and it's just very clearly Woody Harrelson, I was like, hey, there he is. And she went, huh? And I went, Woody Harrelson. And she went, oh. Oh. So
he's really funny in this movie.
No. He's just there.
I like
he does the jokes. He's just there.
I like this scene if only for the callback later.
The callback later is the funny part. This scene is just the setup for a joke. Dave refuses to have sex with Galaxia. It wasn't really on the menu to begin with, but he refuses to anyways.
Yeah, it's more like Buddy wants him to have a conversation with, like, he pays Galaxia to just sit in the back and talk to Dave.
Yeah, and then Buddy informs Dave that he has learned what righteous anger is, which makes no sense given the context of the scene, and we will rush right past that immediately.
Yeah, because now we're graduating phase 2 of the program for
reasons. So, a little bit later, maybe a day or so later, Dave gets a phone call at his house that Buddy's mother is having surgery. Minor surgery. No big deal. So
he tries to convince Buddy that it's like a super big deal.
Yeah,
to try to get Buddy to leave him alone.
Yeah, and Buddy flips his lid, and then Dave feels bad, and so he's like, "No, it was a joke. She is having surgery, but it's pretty minor." And they flip flop back and forth between laughing about it and being horrified that surgery is happening. And ultimately, the pair of them are going to drive up to Boston where the surgery is happening. And so they go, only for it to be just remarkably minor surgery. And Dave is just mad. So they go out for drinks that night, and Buddy tries to get Dave to loosen up and be more spontaneous, and tells him to go try and pick up this gal at the bar. So Dave goes, gets blown off instantly.
Dave also like tries to not do it because he really likes his girlfriend,
Linda.
He
wants to stay committed to Linda. Good guy, Dave. Gets blown off instantly. He happily goes back to his table. Is like, it didn't work. And Buddy goes, well, okay, you got to do it again. And here's the line. And so he gives him this heinous pickup line. And says, look, all you need to do is have confidence. You're not cheating on Linda. You just gotta have confidence, and this is gonna help you do therapy. Which is a pretty flimsy bullshit argument, if you ask me. But Dave acquiesces. He goes over there, throws the line out. The girl, I think her name is Kendra, she bites it. Hook, line, sinker. They have a lively, long conversation through, I think, about 6 drinks total between the two of them.
And Buddy bounces.
So Dave goes back to Kendra's place to use the phone to try and find Buddy. Now,
children, this is the time before cell phones existed. Did I steal your joke, James?
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
You can't hear it, but I'm smiling really bigly.
What? Bigly? Okay, Donald. What's worse is you stole the joke and told it worse.
What were you gonna say?
Now, back in ye olden times, we used to have a book. A paperback book that was delivered to your house that had everyone in the whole area's name, and phone number in it.
And it was yellow for
It was
reasons.
called the Yellow Pages. Therefore, it was yellow. We called it the phone book. And when you were small, you'd sit on it if you couldn't reach the top of the dining table, but you wanted to sit in a big boy chair.
I hated using phone books. For the record, they were nigh impossible. And if someone had the same name, you were screwed.
Nigh impossible. They're the easiest tool in the world. What?
The print is so small, and if somebody has the exact same name, then you have to call every single person with that name to figure out the person that you're trying to call. It's a bad system.
Was the best one they could come up with at the time. This was the in-between of having a switchboard you would call.
No.
And having caller ID. Memorizing people's phone numbers.
There was definitely caller ID in 2003.
Sure, for some places.
My phone had caller ID.
Congrats to you, Richie Rich.
Of all the things you would call me. And there were pagers. Why doesn't Buddy have a pager?
I don't know what a pager does or is. Now,
did you exist?
My dad had one for a while, but it's ancient technology. Now, where were we? Yes, the phone book. Kendra tries to seduce Dave, and then flips out. I mean, a comical blow up about her weight, and then not like Dave doesn't want to have sex with her because Dave is a good boy and he wants to remain committed to Linda. And so he gets basically chased out of her house, and I suppose he'd used the phone book to track down the address for Buddy because he makes it there. So Buddy answers the door and explains to Dave, after Dave blows up a little bit, that Kendra is an actress and a former patient of his, and it was all an elaborate ruse to work him through some of his problems, right? Quote unquote problems. And then he mentions that he did tell Linda that Dave was with another woman that night.
But didn't give any context other than that.
Right. So Dave blows up again, much bigger. And in the morning, Buddy sort of sets the record straight that he talked to Linda again and explained that it was nothing happened and it was a good-natured joke. Good-natured. It was a joke. And Dave is once again in the clear, and Buddy supposedly got read the riot act for it, right?
You know, as we wrap up this episode, because I do think we should wrap this up before we get to Arnie.
Okay.
What I would love to see in this movie is like when we get to the end, you know how, did you ever watch the show Leverage?
No.
You should, you would love it. It's all heist.
I think my sister watched
your sister loves it
religiously.
It's a good show. Anyways, but they, or like Oceans, where they do like the flashbacks and they show like the how the heist all happens.
Yeah.
I would love to see all of that with like Buddy and Linda. Like I want to see the phone calls, like I want to see all that shit go down. Like I want to see the background. I want to see the context. Not just be told about it.
I mean, I guess that'd be cool.
I don't know. I just think it'd be funny. Apparently not. Apparently I'm stupid and James doesn't agree with me.
You're not stupid. I just don't. I mean, the budget for the movie was $75 million, which is not too shabby for 2003. But
they also made it back like a lot.
I made 120 plus million in profit on it. So, I mean, it was a Sandler movie in the early aughts. It was for sure going to make its bank. Plus, it had Marissa Tomei in it. Plus, it had Jack Nicholson in it. Like, it was always going to do well, regardless of plot or anything like that. So, we'll pick up with our next interaction on the road trip in the next episode.
Arnie wasn't in on it, though. So that whole interaction was real.
We don't know that.
Based on the information we have. Why? Why would you do that?
Well, it's so fucking extended.
I was doing fine. I do this every week. Sorry for breaking everybody's eardrums. James decided to throw the mic for reasons. I have tiny hands. I can just slide underneath here and do my typings. Oh, I already saved the project. That's not what I need to do. I need to do that. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Is that public domain yet? Sometimes when I ask you questions, you find the answers for me. You should do that. All right. It's voting time, guys. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, where are we at? Let's do this one because it's been on my algorithm lately. James has been really vying for this one, so we'll do this. I fucking guess. Oh, Lake Placid is on our list because someone already suggested it. I need to cross that one off.
Lake Placid. Is that a horror movie?
I don't know. It's a little ways down on the list. We have some other things that are up here.
We don't do horror movies.
Can you pick something off there?
Oh.
Oh, we can do Bring It On All or Nothing. Or John Tucker Must Die. Or the BFG. Which is a Roald Dahl. You haven't finished your Roald Dahl trek yet.
Oh yeah, put BFG on there.
Okay. I mean, you watched Willy's Wonderland. That's a horror movie.
That barely counts as a horror movie.
It is on the list, and it will get gotten to. Especially because we're actually running pretty low. We've really cranked through this shit. Alright, we're gonna go take a break. We will be right back. I don't want to watch that. Revote. Undo.
Oh, good movie. Supposedly.
I don't want to watch the stupid bad DreamWorks movie.
What if it's so good?
You know, I want it.
I've heard only rave
It's
reviews.
just a spin-off of a better movie.
I've heard only rave reviews.
I don't want to watch the stupid DreamWorks movie.
Hey, babe. My love. My darling. my beautiful wife.
Mm.
I don't know if you recall this. I don't get to throw tantrums when I don't want to watch all these stupid fucking Roald Dahl movies.
Bullshit, you don't get to throw temper tantrums. Oh, it was 100%. 4 votes.
Full votes. Get shit on. You thought Penguins of Madagascar was good?
No. It's a bad movie, dude. That stupid fucking ugly penguin fucking Ray bullshit and the stupid octopus that makes the... Nicholas, cage them!
Played by John Malkovich. We were just talking about that out there, that we gotta set our list up for more success. And
our list has kind of come down to some ones that have been on here for a while. Years. And some that I keep avoiding putting on there because I was told never to put them on there because they're never going to get picked, like the new Mary Poppins movie or Mamma Mia 2, which I think would be funny to make James watch because James watched Mamma Mia. But
what are you going to do in Mamma Mia 2?
You would be surprised.
Sing more ABBA songs?
Yes. They have a whole catalog.
Didn't they sing all the ABBA songs in the first movie?
No.
Why didn't they sing all the ABBA songs in the first movie?
Because they only have so much movie. And it was a musical before it was a movie.
That's... Can't say that out loud. Are all the old ladies still super horny?
No, because they're older. But you get to see them when they were younger.
Oh, and they were back when they were horny?
Yeah. It's my song, When I Kiss the Teacher. That's where my song's from.
Do I need to get like a professor get up, or?
It was a girl teacher. You ready?
They were lesbians?
I think Donna was probably bi.
Hey, Peanut Gallery, butt out.
All right, you ready? We have to talk about Arnie.
Fucking Arnie.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
You're not gonna be very happy about how we end this podcast. This episode.
I was like, damn, this is the end.
That's it. We're done. No more shows. That's it.
Anger management
killed the show. It was so uninspired and so not worth talking about that it killed the whole show.
Speaking of which, if you watch this out in podcast land or YouTube or anywhere that we are infesting your ear holes, you should find us on social media and send us more movie suggestions, because it has been brought to our attention that our list is becoming
increasingly small.
Yeah. So, give us your good, your bad, your ugly. Tell us what to watch.
Watch someone make us watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. You'll lose your fucking mind. You hate Westerns. Oh, I know what we should put on there. Support your local gunfighter.
The fuck is that?
And support your local sheriff.
The fuck is that?
2 old Westerns that my grandpa liked.
No. I draw the line. I can't.
You had me watching 50 Shades of Grey. There is no fucking line you get to draw.
I'm not watching a fucking Western because I'm not going to make good content out of it.
What? Because you're just going to sit there and go, cowboy dumb.
You already made me watch A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah, but that's a satire.
And that other one.
That other one.
When we went on our freaking...
What other one?
Oh, fuck. What's the director's name? Oh, God, it's Spaceballs and Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
We went on that whole fucking
Blazing
rabbit.
Saddles?
Yeah,
That's
that fucking goddamn piece.
That movie's so good.
Ugh.
Generational comedy.
It's not even
So
the
funny.
best of his works.
Debatable. Robin Hood Men in Tights is next level.
That's so good.
But Blazing Saddles has Where Are the White Women At? And that shit is fucking hilarious.
I would put probably Young Frankenstein after Men in Tights. We watched it for this channel.
Yeah, but that was a more serious movie, I felt. It like
roll Lindsay Hay.
Well, I mean,
serious.
Like it felt like it had less jokes per minute.
Brunhilde.
Yeah, no. See, Young Frankenstein is forgettable. Besides putting on the Ritz, and Blazing Saddles and Robin Hood Men in Tights are like titans. Spaceballs, maybe controversial, also forgettable.
Yeah, Spaceballs isn't great.
I do love all the Star Wars spoof in it.
There's lots of really good, solid moments in Spaceballs, but like as a whole.
So, anyways, Adam Sandler.
All right, what are we talking about? Send us your movie requests.
A worse movie. We're talking about a worse movie. Now,
I'm really sad that I made you watch 50 First Dates before this podcast existed.
It's basically like a prerequisite to marrying you.
I fucking love that movie. Funny ass movie.
It was my own damn fault for not. Did I make you watch the Bourne movies?
No, you made me watch all the fucking Oceans movies.
The Oceans movies. I think it'd be fun to do a Bourne movie sequence with you. Not the content would be sort of akin to Sahara, but there's less jokes and it's more intrigue.
The issue with some of these is, yeah, you're just not gonna get good content out of me. Bourne's gonna be one of them, and any Western movie is going to be one of like I just.
Did you ever see Saving Private Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We've talked about that before. You keep trying to bring it up for the podcast, and we keep discussing that I've seen it.
Damn. Good movie.
Anyways, what? Anger management,
yeah.
Right.
See, this is so funny because we're doing everything we can to not fucking talk about this movie.
I don't want to...
Why'd you put it on the fucking list?
Because I thought you'd hate it more. I thought...
Why? It's just mid. It's mid as fuck.
I thought you would be in my boat of it's triggering as hell.
It isn't. What you did not anticipate was that I would create a different third boat. There's the boat of it's good. There's the boat you're in by yourself, alone. And then there's
most of my boats.
There's the secret third boat, which is it's mediocre and you're insane. Your boat's just a series of pallets nailed together. Fuck. All right. Now listen. On the way back from Boston, Buddy and Dave stop at a oh god. Someone okay. Time out. Someone in the live chat just put a terrifically awful suggestion in the chat.
No.
I have not seen a single Fast and Furious movie.
Me either. No.
But think of the memes. I already know some of them. Like just saying the word family. Just doing that over and over again. And over the top, gaudy stunts.
If we're not doing Marvel because of the extensive catalog, we're not doing Fast and the Furious because of the extensive catalog.
You know what? You might be honest.
I think we can top it off. I think Harry Potter was probably our longest one, and I don't know if we'll ever come to like another one of that.
Like a 7-movie series. I think so.
8.
2 part 2s.
8.
So yeah, 8 movies.
8 movies, 16 episodes, and that's not including Fantastic Beasts.
Yep.
I think that's the most we could ever like
squeeze out of a series.
And we've never come close to that again. I think the most we've gone to is a trilogy, which was, and I think that was Hangover. Was
Yeah, we watched all 3 Hangovers.
Which we could have stopped at 2, honestly. But I'd
I
never
don't know.
seen 3.
We got a lot of content out of 3 because it was what? Bad. Now,
Anyways,
on the way back from Boston, in this movie Anger Management,
that we're
gonna talk about, I swear to God.
we're gonna finish.
Swear to God. Buddy wants to enhance Dave's assertiveness. Now, throughout the movie and throughout all the instances of Buddy putting Dave through shit, it doesn't feel like what you would imagine anger management to be. It feels like intentionally poking the bear to either force him to grow his own anger management responses.
I was like, it feels like you're trying to make him develop coping strategies.
Right. It's either that or Buddy clearly gave up the pretense of it being for anger management and has just begun openly discussing straight up making Dave have a backbone.
No.
Because he tells him that he needs to confront Arnie for the shame and embarrassment that Arnie put him through
in order to move forward, because that's the core of his anger problems.
Right, but he wants him to do it in a aggressive way.
I think it's almost like a purge. Like, I feel like he's like, if you go conquer this, then your anger problems will go away, because you'll realize. That's how I read it. That's how someone who bought into the movie a little too hard read it. Was like, oh, once you face this like demon from your past, then you'll realize that you're not angry anymore, or something of that effect.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. Who knows? There's some stuff to discuss at the very end that we can play around with. But either way, Arnie Shankman, the bully from the very beginning of the movie, has become a Buddhist monk using an alias name called Pana Kamanana, which is dumb.
This whole movie's dumb.
Not wrong. Arnie apologizes to him, but Arnie gets a genuine laugh out of the reminder of the kissing incident where he pantsed Dave all the way. Now, Buddy straight up leans so hard into trying to force Dave to make up some heinous shit about molesting Arnie's mentally ill sister.
Oh my God, this scene is awful.
Yeah, and a fight breaks out, right?
Like,
somehow Dave wins the fight with a slight helping hand from Arnie, who...
You mean Buddy?
From Buddy, who, when getting out of the car, was shown to be taking a firearm from the glove box, which turns out to be a squirt gun. Then the monks chase them all the way back to their car, and they book it out of there, having bonded a little bit more, and Dave revels in the fact that he has now experienced a little bit of revenge, giving Arnie a big old wedgie and just, childish bullshit. Now, arriving back, Linda informs Dave that they maybe ought to have a trial separation.
Because Buddy told her to.
And Buddy tries to explain to Dave that this is in order to give him more time to improve his general attitude. Which, once again, it's like an argument that just doesn't really add up when it comes to like everything that's actually gone on. But Dave just sort of lets it happen anyway.
Dave has to let it happen. That's the biggest thing, is Dave has to let all this shit happen, because if he doesn't, he's going to prison. It's bullshit. And Buddy's a bad man. Anyways, then Buddy starts to date Linda.
You're wrong. But I only think so. I don't know so.
What the fuck you talking about?
Because of the end of the movie, I do not believe that Dave was ever in danger of actually going to jail.
No, he's not.
But he thinks he is.
That's the problem.
Sure. So
it's just taking advantage of someone in a shitty situation. And yeah, let's just finish it so that I can talk openly. Just go.
All right. So they agree to it.
Then Buddy starts dating Linda.
Buddy starts dating Linda. Dave comes home one night and hears that from his anger management buddies that Linda dropped off her house keys and went out supposedly with Andrew. That's the theory, is that she's gone out with Andrew. Much to Dave's dismay. So Dave phones up the pornography girls to go on a big old make your ex jealous date. So they go out, and that's when it's revealed that Buddy is dating Linda, and Dave like loses it, attacks
Buddy,
and they go to court again. Buddy gets a restraining order against him for attempting to choke him. And then Dave just sort of like loses it for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, Dave's basically told that he's going to prison in like 3 days, like get your affairs in order, basically. Because anger management has failed you, so...
Yeah, so Dave goes to work, blows up at his boss, punches Andrew in the face, and destroys part of his boss's office with his boss's golf club. He learns during this altercation from Andrew that Buddy has taken Linda to New York Yankees game, which was not an important detail throughout our show up to now, but Linda is like obsessed with the Yankees.
And Dave told Buddy that he was going to propose to her at a Yankees game.
So now Dave assumes that Buddy has stolen the proposal idea and is going to propose to Linda at the Yankees game.
Which is okay.
Logically, completely unfounded.
All things aside, like, yeah, if you were thinking rationally, they just started dating like that
2 days
week.
ago.
Like, he's not gonna go propose to her.
And I mean, if you've known her for all this time, even if he did go and propose to her, would she really say yes, having been dating this guy for 2 days? Like, strong doubt, okay? So...
See, our live chat agrees with me.
Okay. So, Dave basically tries to storm the field to seize a microphone to tell Linda how he really feels and all this shit, and is stopped by a security guard. And this is our callback to Galaxia, because the security guard is Woody Harrelson, only this time he looks like Woody Harrelson instead of Woody Harrelson in a dress. Now, Dave actually flirts a little bit with him for a second to get him to let Dave onto the field. So Dave goes out on the field and like tells Linda everything. Buddy takes off. I mean, he jets and he runs all the way up to the it's where the announcers sit, the announcer booth in the stadium. So security finally gets a hold of Dave and they're taking him away. And Mayor Rudy Giuliani,
who's in the movie,
who is in the movie as Mayor Rudy Giuliani, insists that Dave be allowed to speak his mind.
Giuliani loved doing shit like this. He was in Gossip Girl too.
Well, I have thoughts about that man and I will not share them here. So,
anyways, continue. Sorry.
All this goes on, and Dave proposes to Linda, and Buddy gets the crew in the announcer booth to run the graphic.
And she'll only accept his proposal if he kisses her in front of everybody.
All right. So he, of course, is going to do that. Runs up to where she is in the stands. They kiss dramatically. She accepts his proposal. At which point, Linda reveals that the whole movie plot has been a deeply, deeply, troublingly misguided attempt to get him to grow a backbone and boost his confidence.
So that he would propose to her and get a better job.
I mean, that's a byproduct of the point, which was to make him have confidence and grow a backbone so he wouldn't like just get walked over anymore.
Yes.
But okay, so you're mad at Buddy Rydell, right?
I'm also mad at Linda.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to take all the Buddy Rydell and just keep stacking it on Linda.
They're both
Linda's a terrible partner.
They are both bad people.
Linda.
This whole fucking thing to like literally push someone to the point of a fucking breaking point, like it's psychotic and it pisses me off. It literally, this movie made me need to go to anger management. The live chat agrees with me. It's so fucking infuriating. Like this whole thing was just a big setup and it's stupid and it's bad. And he like, if he's a normal person, he has more trauma than when he started out the fucking process with because of all the insane shit you put him through. And oh, it wasn't real. Doesn't make it any fucking better.
Do you have more rants stored up or?
To finish everything off, everyone that like the judge, the flight attendant, everybody is like friends of Buddy.
The Sky Marshal wasn't.
The Sky Marshal was just having a bad day. But like literally pretty much anyone that Buddy encountered with, other than Arnie, I don't think Arnie was in on it. Everybody else that Buddy and Dave encounter through this whole thing is one of Buddy's friends. And it's fucking bullshit.
I think Arnie was in on it.
I don't know.
It's not the only person Linda says specifically was not involved in the setup was the air marshal. But yeah, so I guess
like
at
Buddy
point,
destroys a guy's car, which we skipped over. Like he does so many bad fucking things. He's a bad man.
The car is a plot hole. The car is a plot hole that I don't understand, and it gets used by the writers. What it feels like to me is we get to the end of the movie, and then we have a barbecue where they celebrate Dave graduating his anger management class, and they're confronted at gunpoint by a man who claims Buddy destroyed his car. And it turns out this was a prank organized by Dave to get back at everyone for basically fucking with him for 2 weeks. And then they all sing "I Feel Pretty," and then Chuck leaps from a tree to assault this guy because I think Chuck genuinely did have anger management problems. And then they all sing "I Feel Pretty," and the camera pans up and the end of the movie. Now, there are lots of parts in the script where you look at that and you look and you go, this is clearly like a setup coming on. For what? Who's to say? But it's things like when Buddy manufactures that fight with Arnie. Like you look at that and you go, this can't possibly be a part of anger management. This can't possibly be real.
I just thought he's an asshole.
And
he's a bad man.
The car too is we skipped over it in the plot because it was sort of it was before they went to Boston, but Buddy basically smashes a car window, kills the e-brake on a car, and nudges it so that he can get his car out of the way. But
and then it falls off.
And then it falls off the parking garage. Now, that incident in particular to me feels like maybe it was just like a spare that he had or a junker that he got a hold of and cleaned up, because theoretically all of the plot points in the movie are supposed to be setups by Buddy
To
at the
trigger
behest
Dave.
of Linda to trigger Dave. Um, so to me, I don't think that was just some random civilian's car. I think
No, it's not.
it was clearly uh just a
But you
car
don't
Buddy had
know
access
that
to.
when it happens.
Right. The whole plot is very much like here's a million shocking things, and at the end, we're going to tell you it was all strung together with a purpose behind it that is a gray area of nobility. Um, and you, as the viewer, if you're not just humming with puberty, can probably get to the end of the movie and be like, okay, pretty mediocre. That's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. Um, it
I
the thing is like all the events that happen to Dave are too outlandish or too coincidental. Like it screamed from the first court case on. There was just too much for me for it to be like a happenstance plot.
Do you know that this whole movie would be over if Dave read the book that he picked up?
The anger management book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how Linda got the idea to contact Buddy in the fucking first place.
Yes. But Dave correctly did not think he needed anger management. But now there's also an argument to be made. Um, because at the very beginning, Rydell tells Dave at the first group therapy, just before it actually, that there are two kinds of angry people. There's the angry people who blow up and do whatever, and then there's the angry people who are quiet and just let it sit and simmer and stack until they blow up and kill the cashier, right? He tells Dave that in the very beginning. And it seems like a useless platitude, right?
Technically, they're the cashier.
Oh yes, right. Because the cashier blows up and kills everyone in the store.
Yes.
So Rydell tells Buddy, "You're the cashier," and I think that's the only actual piece of anger management therapy that's in the fucking movie, because Buddy straight up tells him, like, without telling him, he's basically saying, "Look, I tested you on the plane. This is my assessment of you. Here's where we go from there." Everything that happens after that point is just crazy movie bullshit. But Buddy kind of is that soft spoken, let it simmer and stack until you kill everyone in the store
You mean
type of
Dave?
yes, Dave. I fucking keep getting them mixed up because their names are so nondescript and useless.
They're very bog standard names.
Yeah, the script is like it's not convoluted enough to really sell the idea that the average Joe wouldn't figure out that it was a setup the whole time.
I wouldn't have. I would have murdered someone.
How early in the movie did I guess the plot?
Before I fell asleep.
So before halfway.
Mm-hmm. It was at I fell asleep at fucking Kendra's house.
Before they go to Boston, I had predicted that the
You see two paths.
movie was a setup. Yes, I saw two paths. One was a very mediocre, unfun script and movie, and one was it's all been a setup either at Buddy's behest or at Linda's behest. And the more and more shit happened, the more and more I was like, okay, Linda for sure set this all up. And as it turns out, yeah, pretty much. So, like at the end of the movie, I'm not sitting here pissed off about anything.
Apparently, you're in the minority. You're the weird one.
I mean, I guess the way I look at it and I look at Dave and I go, you really didn't have, as a character, the confidence or the discernment to recognize the extremely glaring red flags with everything that was going on. Like, it's too much coincidence. You mean up to this point in your life, you haven't had this many coincidences happen to stack you up to blowing up pretty small in at any point in time? You've just let everyone run you the fuck over?
Yes.
So, like, Dave is dumb. And Dave is an easy to manipulate and trick kind of guy. Sweetheart, for sure. But, and he's not really that angry, but it is deeply unethical for Linda to contact a edgy psychologist and run this quote unquote anger management confidence building gauntlet on her boyfriend. It feels really skeezy. Um like if I have ire towards the script, it's ire towards Linda for being the catalyst for all the gross manipulation that occurs.
They're bad people. She's a bad person.
I think Rydell is just
Rydell's
eccentric.
just doing his job.
He's doing his job, and it's crazy. But in every wacky circumstance that occurs, no innocent bystanders get hurt. No other people take collateral damage of any kind. The plot hole was the car, but I think they didn't think much of that when they were writing it because they had this gag at the end in mind where Dave pretends like he found the owner of the car and Rydell is just confused at the party when that occurs. Um so it I mean there
Maybe that's part of the lawsuits that Buddy has.
and maybe
It's just a bunch of fucking cars.
I think there are some people who really like this movie.
My mom loved it.
I think there are a lot of better Adam Sandler movies. Now this one is
100%.
not this one's not written by Sandler. I think if it was written by Sandler, it would be a little different. It'd probably be better in a lot of ways. But this movie's not written by Sandler. Um, the acting, however, is just incredible. Sandler puts on a terrific performance, really reaching all the ranges of emotion. I mean, people talk about how he was so good in Uncut Gems because it was like his first like really serious role.
Never seen it.
Me either. Maybe we could put that on the list. I've heard it was terrific, but it was sort of just like first serious role because people were like, oh, all he does is ha ha fart comedy, and this is sort of like a ha ha fart comedy movie, but the character Sandler plays goes through the wide range of emotion and he acts it out spectacularly.
He also, because typically Sandler's characters are like arrogant assholes, Buddy is not that. So it is different in that regard.
Yeah, it I think it showed an early aughts Adam Sandler that really was more talented than I think a lot of people gave him credit for.
It's like watching Jim Carrey do serious shit. Your brain just doesn't know how to process it sometimes.
Yeah. Is it like what is that movie? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Oh yeah.
Like that Carrey's fucking yeah. So
and then Kindergarten. Not the game, but the movie or show.
So like and Jack Nicholson acts his fucking ass off. I mean, it's not like Jack has the ability to flub his way through a performance as far as I've seen. Every movie I've seen him in, he's been phenomenal. But he just every scene he's in, he's just stealing it and he's performing so well. And Marissa Tomei is also there, and she is there to be hot, and she does a great job. And all the like side characters like Chuck and Lou and Galaxia, they're all performed very well. I mean, this feels like a pretty C tier script that has a bunch of A-list actors in it, and they put A-list effort into it. So, like, at the end of it, I'm left feeling pretty empty altogether because the plot was easy to guess. Um, it was not very interesting, besides it being sort of like a mind garbage movie. It reminds me of a lot of movies that we've talked about where it's like, oh yeah, you could throw that on in the background while you're doing something else. I could definitely see throwing on this movie in the background while you're doing something else. Um, I'm very sorry that I wasn't as angry as you were. uh, I probably am about half as angry as you were, and I attribute all of that to the character of Linda deciding to go behind Dave's back to basically fuck him for 2.5 weeks with this crazy psychologist. But I mean, everything was it's a cop out plot, is what it is. That's what it is. When you watch those movies and you get to the end of the movie and they're like, and it was all a dream. None of it was real.
Boo, dream
But what if
theory.
it
Boo,
was?
boo, dream theory.
Yeah, it's like that, only it's not a dream. It's just a legit setup. Like, it's a cop out movie. He was never going to go to jail. The judge was in on it. It was a fake jury. The If we're to believe that the only person not involved was the air marshal, then the bar brawl with Chuck was part of it.
Yeah, that was. Because they go to court again, so it was.
Yeah. Like, everything.
I'm not convinced Arnie was.
I only think he was because they don't mention him as not being involved. And they went to the effort of mentioning that the air marshal is not involved.
Fair.
It just is because they made the caveat of being like, well, now this guy wasn't about it. But it would seem pretty outlandish to get all of them actually involved. But once again, like, Rydell doesn't ever stray out of a situation where he is in control or comfortable for the whole movie.
He needs to go through this program.
For what?
So he can face lack of control. So he can taste his own medicine.
And at the end, Dave's happy. So who's the real loser? The answer is us, because we had to watch it.
Andrew. Andrew doesn't get the girl. Andrew gets punched to the face. Andrew's gonna probably lose his promotion.
Yeah.
Andrew's the real loser.
Andrew is the real loser. And us, because we had to watch it. I would classify this movie as a forgettable 5.5. Definitely background garbage movie that you could listen to instead of watch. Unless you need to.
No, there's lots of physical comedy. You should watch it.
Yeah, plus Nicholson acts with his whole face the whole time.
Our next movie will be apparently the Puss in Boots movie, not the new one, the first one, because we didn't watch the first one. Then we'll probably watch the next one. So yeah. Yay.
Yeah, the 2011 movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the egg.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will talk about it a little bit on that episode too, but we have seen bits and parts of this movie, James.
Have we?
On our honeymoon.
Oh, was this one of the movies that played in Spanish on the TV?
It wasn't in Spanish, but they did only play like the B tier fucking DreamWorks movies. It was like Penguins of Madagascar, the Puss in Boots movie.
I have no recollection of any of these stills.
I'll get hate for this, but the Guardians movie. But anyways, until then, You also need to double upload Brave, my friend, because I don't think you did that this weekend, did you?
No, I will double upload.
I know you came in here, but I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah, no, The Last Wish is like a 7.8 on IMDb.
Yeah, people really fucking loved it.
And Puss in Boots is a 6.6, so still pretty favorable.
Yeah, we gotta get through that one to get to the other one.
How much is Anger Management? I wonder.
Probably good.
6.3.
Yeah. People like it.
It felt really mid, to be honest. Like,
thank you to everyone who comes and supports us live. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out the channel. Not to sound like every other fucking YouTuber in the world, but it does. The algorithm is the algorithm, and we gotta play the fucking game. Share the podcast with somebody that you know and love. Pick a random movie, any movie. Apparently, Sahara is our most liked episode for reasons that I'll never understand. So
it may not be most liked, but it is most listened to.
Sahara Part 2, apparently.
Unclear why. I've re-listened to that episode a few times. I don't understand what's so engrossing about it. I love that movie though.
It was my first one.
It is
that I was leading.
It is a goddamn shame that I had you watch That Thing You Do before we started the show.
Thank God.
Because that would have been that would have been content.
Or
city.
White Christmas.
Irving Berlin, baby. Would have been content central.
And there's a few that I'm sad like Moulin Rouge, I wish I'd waited on.
Moulin Rouge would have been fun because I would have just been a giddy fucking schoolboy about that movie.
That movie's so good.
But I also would stand 10 toes in the dirt and tell you that White Christmas is the same. That's nostalgic.
I can make you watch the Romeo and Juliet movie.
Oh, with John Leguizamo?
Sure. The one with Leonardo DiCaprio that my mom loves. What else? I'm sad that we did all the Twilights.
I will make you watch the Bourne movies.
You won't get good content.
If only for that reason. Like, they're such good movies, but they're also like...
I'm sad I made you watch Hook. I'm sad I made you watch Goonies. Actually, no, I don't need you to tear apart Goonies. Goonies is a fucking masterpiece.
Goonies did not hold up. It aged like milk in the sun.
Disagree. No, I think you would have had some fun with Hook.
Yeah.
No, that's about it. I
should run you through the Tarantino gauntlet.
You talk about that.
Excluding Pulp Fiction, because you already have seen it. And you dislike it. And Django, because you've seen it.
I made James watch Jumanji. I made James watch all the movies he wasn't allowed to watch as a child. Like, that was, like, my first thing that I did when I got my hands on him, was I was like, let me introduce you to culture! And I shoved all these old fucking 80s movies.
And I watched all of them, and I was like, these are terrible. And they said that? That's crazy.
We've seen the new Jumanjis, too, because his family made us watch them.
Those are also terrible, but for different reasons.
First one wasn't bad. The second one was unnecessary.
The second one was as necessary as Jungle Cruise.
Zathura, seen it, been there, done that. Yeah. That's the issue too, I think, is we might be running out of like...
We're running rapidly towards not having quality movies to make content about.
I might need to dig into like Alex Myers' catalog and see some of the ones that he's like talked about.
We could go through every single fucking Disney Channel original movie if you want to.
Ugh.
Watch Teen Beach Movie?
No. Because I've heard it's actually good and I don't want to admit that it's good, so... I want to admit that other than the fucking tornado fucking plot, I've heard that it's actually decent and I don't need to... I already have Descendants as something that I viewed and enjoyed and watched all of them.
I'm so sad I made you watch the Ocean's movies.
I don't need to add more.
They would have been such good content.
And I can't do the zombies now because I watched all the Alex Myers.
Oh, have you watched the G.I. Joe movies? Those are dog shit.
No.
They're action vomit.
I hate action. So action vomit, you're not gonna get good. content out of me.
What about the movie Hardcore Henry?
I've never heard of it.
It's a movie filmed entirely in the first person.
How much shaky cam is there?
A lot less than you might think.
Because that's just going to be a whole other issue. Like I have issues with Mark's shit sometimes because of like
all you see is like his. It's like you're playing a first person shooter video game, and the plot. It's a decent plot for an extremely cool concept movie, but I feel like they didn't get. I feel like they did not have the budget to execute the concept as well. But it is. I enjoyed it, and I never watched it again. I think that could be a fun one to throw on. Hardcore Henry.
Would you like to write it down?
I'll think of it again later.
No, you won't, but okay.
Some other good titles.
Like I'm really scrounged. The issue is, like I said, I've made you watch so many of them. We have the Great and Powerful Oz on there.
Oh, you know what? I need to make you watch.
Huh?
The I need to put you on. What's it? Where is it? It's the 50 Shades Before 50 Shades movie.
Twilight?
Secretary. Starring Maggie Gyllenhaal. And
It
James
sounds,
Spader.
It sounds familiar.
I'm gonna put you on that one.
We also have been avoiding some of the because I wanted to do a thing with it that I don't think we'll ever be able to do because of the way that this state is. But we've been avoiding some of the other live action Disneys that we could dip into. Still haven't seen the second Space Jam that's on there, but Green Gorilla, who was Sebastian, who is now Rokai Loden. You're just gonna be Green Gorilla forever. One of the what was I saying? Neither do I. It literally left my brain.
We could watch all the M. Night Shyamalan movies and be like, oh, the plot sucks.
I've seen them all. Because I was big into the fucking universe. I even watched that new one that he did.
Oh, the
one with the pop star, yeah. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Oh, Space Jam. Oh yeah, Green Gorilla said that he would never ever vote for Space Jam, the new one. So I stopped doing that one.
Reasonable.
And we watched Split.
Yeah. You remember Big Fat Liar?
I could make you watch the old Poltergeist.
We watched that movie together.
We watched the new Poltergeist.
No. The night we started dating.
Did I make you watch the old
Yeah, because we went to the movies. Remember when we watched the new one and we all agreed it was dog shit. So we all went back to my house and we put on the first Poltergeist and then we finished it. We were like, that is better.
Well, I didn't think we did that. We watched a bunch of really weird Netflix.
Yeah, but the first one was Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Because we were convinced that the old one was better, and we were correct.
Literally don't remember most of that night, other than you tried to make me watch Ruby, and I left your house at 6 a.m. I said no to parody movies like Scary Movie and stuff like that because it's just not.
Yeah, what's the point?
It's just not good content. I could make you watch the South Park movie, but it'd be the same thing.
I also need to put you on The Gorge that I watched.
We'll figure it out. We'll do some brainstorming.
Some movies on Apple TV that I think we gotta get into. Oh, you know what we gotta do? That would be really good for both of us, actually. It's a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
You know which one I'm sad we didn't do?
What?
Fucking Don't Look Up.
Yeah. We watched that movie too soon because your mom wanted us to see it.
That'd have been great.
That would have been a fucking phenomenal.
It's a good movie actually.
For this show.
Oh, the other one, the one where they're like stuck in like a Groundhog Day thing that she made us watch.
Yeah,
that would have been
the
good.
Andy Samberg one.
That was a good movie too.
That was a good movie. That movie is like a really good B tier movie.
It's definitely like brain candy. It's just like
who made this? That's what I need to know.
We could watch all the fucking Maze
Interactive.
Runner stupid ass movies. All right. We may be back here tomorrow. I'm hoping so. I want to fucking play Kindergarten some more because we've barely scratched the surface of the insanity. And if you've never been around for a Kindergarten game, definitely come and tune into it. Even if you watch the first one, like, you gotta come back because it just gets crazier. It doesn't stop getting crazy.
Yep.
The first one, there was literally, like, I think, like, children spontaneously combusting on the playground.
Yep.
Was how it ended. And the second one, the principal turned into, like, a mutant monster and ate children. If I remember correctly. But I don't know.